University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. The second round continues tonight, as does the safety precaution of Perspex screens to separate team members and the provision of earpieces to enable them to hear themselves confer. There, though, the kid glove treatment ends. Tonight's losers will leave the competition, and the winners must face the daunting prospect of competing in the quarter-finals. Now, the team from King's College London had their work cut out beating the University of Glasgow in their first-round match, but they did so with 115 points to 100 at the gong. They spotted monkeys in works of art and knew at least something about unicorns, which made up for the lapses on chemical engineering in the First World War. With an average age of 22, let's meet the King's London team again.
Hi, my name's Anand Satynath. I'm from the south coast of Hampshire and I'm studying medicine.
Hi, I'm Rachel Bedwin. I'm from South East London and I'm studying for a PhD in developmental biology.
And this is their captain.
Hello, I'm Atyab Rashid. I'm from Daventry in Northamptonshire and I'm studying for a bachelor's degree in philosophy.
Hi, my name's Oliver Beard. I'm from South East London and I'm doing an MA in the history of war.
Now, Hertford College, Oxford had an easier time of it in their first-round match against London Business School, which they won by 180 points to 100. No gold star for their knowledge of historical battles or of Caravaggio, but at least a bright red tick for their answers on 19th century neologism and European rulers. With an average age of 25, let's meet the Hertford team again.
Hi, I'm Matt Hitchens. I'm from South London and I study philosophy.
Hi, I'm Bridget Donaldson. I'm from Morpeth in Northumberland and I study engineering.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Matthew Lloyd from Barnes in South West London and I'm studying for a PhD in physiology.
Hi, I'm Lucy Oswald. I'm from Central London and I'm studying for a doctorate in astrophysics.
Right, fingers on the buzzers. We won't bother reciting the rules. Here's your first starter for 10. Hailed as one of the most successful international agreements since it came into force in 1961, which treaty, initially signed by 12 nations, aims to protect the land it describes as a natural reserve devoted to peace and science?
King's Rashid.
The Antarctic Treaty?
That's correct, yes. So you get the first set of bonuses. They're on George Orwell. In a work first published in 1937, Orwell states that our civilization, more completely than one realises it until one stops to think about it, is founded on what substance?
I don't know.
Dirt, maybe? It sounds like something from Down and Out in Paris and London.
Right, okay.
I tried dirt.
Any advancement?
I'm happy with that.
Is it founded on dirt?
No, it's not. It's founded on coal. Orwell likens miners to what female figures in classical architecture, noting that upon their shoulders, nearly everything that is not grimy is supported.
Female figures?
In classical architecture.
I haven't a clue, to be honest.
No idea.
Architecture.
Nymphs.
Nymphs.
It's as good as any guess.
Is it nymphs?
No, it's caryatids. Down the Mine was the second chapter of what work of social reportage based on a journey in Lancashire and Yorkshire?
The Road to Wigan Pier.
Correct. Right, we're taking another solid question now. Which English poet and dramatist did Seamus Heaney describe as a kind of cross between Oscar Wilde and Jack the Ripper? Title figures for his works include a Carthaginian queen, an Asiatic conqueror, an early 14th century English king, and a necromancer who sells his soul to the devil.
King's Rashid.
Christopher Marlowe?
Christopher Marlowe is correct, yes. These bonuses are on 17th century mathematicians. The author of the 1655 work, The Arithmetic of Infinitesimals, which English mathematician is credited with inventing the infinity symbol?
English mathematicians? I don't know anything about maths. Don't know anything about anything, really.
I mean, Newton was English.
He certainly was. Any
I
advantage?
don't think it's him.
Maybe Hook. Could be Hook?
I think Hook was Irish,
Okay.
but I'm going to guess Hook. Was it Robert Hooke?
No, it wasn't. It was John Wallis. In 1655, the Dutch astronomer Huygens sent Wallace a coded message announcing the discovery of what astronomical body? Wallace responded with a hoax anagram, claiming it had already been observed by English astronomers.
That sounds like Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet sounds reasonable, but it could be something like Neptune or Uranus.
Uranus is the only one with a telescope you can see, but it could also be Halley's Comet.
Halley's Comet was discovered earlier because it was important earlier, so try Uranus.
Was it Uranus?
No, it wasn't. It was Titan.
Okay.
And finally, as an undergraduate at Cambridge, which natural philosopher was greatly influenced by his study of Wallace's work, citing it as an inspiration for his own work on the binomial theorem?
Binomials? I mean, Newton was an undergrad at Cambridge.
But he was a similar time. I mean, we can guess him.
Wittgenstein, Cambridge?
It was far too early for Wittgenstein.
Oh, I didn't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with Newton.
Was it Newton?
It was Isaac Newton, yes, well done. Right, another starter question coming up. 10 points at stake for this. NGC 1760 and the Tarantula Nebula are both highly active regions of star formation, about 160,000 light-years away, in which satellite galaxy of the Milky Way, a member of our local group of galaxies?
King's Rashid.
Is it the Large Magellanic Cloud?
It is indeed, yes. These bonuses are on National Character Areas, or NCAs, subdivisions of England based on a combination of landscape, bio and geodiversity and economic activity, as defined by Natural England. Meaning hilly open country, what plural word follows Lincolnshire and Yorkshire in the names of two national character areas?
Dales, isn't it?
It could be Dales, could be Wolds.
I don't know that there's Lincolnshire
Dales.
Dales. Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's the Derbyshire Dales, isn't it? That sounds
There's Yorkshire Dales,
There's
but
definitely Yorkshire Dales.
Lincolnshire's quite flat.
right.
What's the one you said about
Wolds.
Lincolnshire? Yeah, do you want to go with that?
Okay. Is it Wolds?
It is Wolds, yes.
Very nice.
What is the short name of the East England NCA, described as a distinctive historic and human-influenced wetland landscape lying to the west of the Wash estuary?
Fens?
East of England.
Yeah, it's the Fens.
Yeah.
Is it the Fens?
It is the Fens, yes. What short word follows dark and white in the names of two NCAs that together form part of a national park?
Is it Peak?
Peak is correct, yes. OK, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a map on which 3 cities have been marked. For 10 points, give the single short word that is common to all of their names.
King Satyanath.
San.
San is correct. San Diego, San Antonio, San Juan. Following on from San Diego, San Antonio and San Juan, bonuses are 3 more sets of US cities that share part of their names. Give the common name element in each case. First, here I want a 5-letter suffix. You can spell your answer for clarity if necessary.
Is that going to be Ville? Is that Jacksonville in Florida, maybe?
That's very good.
Is
I don't
that
know if it's
Virginia the
right.
second state? Because it could be
No,
Central.
that's North Carolina.
Charlottesville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's what Ville.
Is it Ville? V-I-L-L-E?
It is Jacksonville, Fayetteville and Louisville.
Very good.
Secondly, I want a 4-letter suffix here.
So that's
Somewhere in Maine.
Maine, California.
See,
Is
that's...
that San Fran? No, that's not.
No, it might be Palo Alto in California. That looks like where Palo Alto is.
And then this other one is Ohio or
Yeah.
Iowa, one of the two.
Name cities in Ohio, Columbus.
Suffix.
Cincinnati. Oh no, but that's
Was it a
I don't
suffix?
Suffix. Yeah.
Suffix.
Maybe it's Port. They're all by the water.
Okay. Is it Port?
No, it's land, L-A-N-D, Portland, Cleveland and Oakland.
Cleveland.
Finally, another 5-letter suffix.
Okay. So that's Indiana. And
See, that's... I think...
Is this
small
gonna
city
be-
Maryland.
this is Annapolis,
yes,
Indianapolis,
Annapolis,
and
there.
Minneapolis.
Polis, P-O-L-I-S.
Correct, and you identified them all correctly. Well done. Right, 10 points for this. Meaning forest clearing. What 5-letter name links all of these?
King Satyanath.
Glade.
No, you lose 5 points. What 5-letter name links all of these towns in coastal Essex and Greater Manchester? The latter formerly represented in Parliament by Andy Burnham, and the surname of the director of Secrets and Lies and Peterloo.
Hertford Hitchens.
Lee.
Lee is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses are on a West African city, a centre of trans-Saharan salt and gold trade in the 14th century. Which city in Mali is home to Sankore University, an ancient centre of learning?
Might be Timbuktu, probably. Yeah. Timbuktu?
You're right, it is probably Timbuktu. Which Berber-speaking pastoralist founded Timbuktu? In 2012, separatist rebels of this ethnic group took control of northern Mali and claimed Timbuktu as part of the independent state of Azawad.
Tuareg?
Tuareg is correct. Set in 1361, the musical Timbuktu by Roger Wright and George Forrest is a retelling of which stage work, set in Baghdad and based on the music of Borodin?
Borodin did Prince Igor.
Try.
Yeah?
Yep.
Try that. Prince Igor?
No, it's Kismet.
Okay.
10 points for this. What nationality is Professor Glenn Albrecht, who coined the word solastalgia in the early 2000s to describe the feeling of distress associated with environmental change close to one's home? In an explanation of the reasons behind his coinage, he referred to open-cast coal mining in the Hunter Valley.
Hartford Donaldson.
Australian.
He is Australian, yes. So you get a set of bonuses on Nobel Prizes. What surname was shared by the two Nobel laureates in physics in 1915 for, quote, the analysis of crystal structure by means of X-rays?
Bragg.
Bragg is correct. Sir William and his son, William Lawrence. Give the surname of the brothers who won Nobel Prizes, one in economic sciences in 1969 and one in medicine 4 years later.
1969.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, what would make sense to guess?
Economics.
Laffer, I don't know.
Yeah, Laffer.
No, it's Jan and Nicholas Tinbergen.
Oh.
In 1965, Marie Curie's son-in-law, Henry Labouisse, accepted the Nobel Peace Prize on behalf of what international organisation, of which he was then director?
What year was it?
So it's something to do with like atomic energy. No,
Is it?
I don't know.
I mean, could it be what I've got it recently?
Yeah.
UNICEF,
Yeah.
maybe?
Or like the Red Cross or something.
Okay, I thought it might have something to do with Marie Curie's work. But
It was a Peace Prize, so
yeah.
Come on.
Oh, it's a Peace Prize. Okay, yeah. UNICEF.
UNICEF is correct. Well done. Not as difficult as you thought. 10 points for this. What two-word title was given to the collected reports assembled in 1830 and reprinted from the Political Register of travels made on horseback around the southern counties of England?
Hartford Lloyd.
Rural Rides.
Rural Rides is correct. Your bonuses are on philosophers this time. In each case, name the person from the description. All three required names begin with the same two letters. Born in Italy in about 1033, a churchman known as the father of scholasticism and associated with the ontological argument for the existence of God.
Is that Aquinas?
no, it's
No.
Anselm,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Anselm.
Anselm is correct. Secondly, a student and translator of Wittgenstein at Cambridge. She was a moral philosopher who wrote the influential 1957 work Intention.
Anscombe.
Anscombe. Anscombe.
Elizabeth Anscombe is correct. Active in the 6th century BCE, who was the third thinker of Miletus, along with Thales and Anaximenes? He called the essential substance the apparent or indefinite.
No idea.
3rd century.
AN something. Greek. Don't know.
No. Beginning with AN. I haven't got anything. Have you? Pass.
It's Anaximander. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starting, you're going to hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can name its composer.
Hertford Lloyd.
Johann Strauss.
No.
King's Rashid.
Tchaikovsky.
No, it's Shostakovich. It's Dmitri Shostakovich. So we'll take the music bonuses in a moment or two, but we'll get on with another starter question in the meantime. Whom did the historian A.J.P. Taylor describe as the only politician ever known in any country to be called by everyone the Incorruptible? Born in Arras.
King's Beard.
Robespierre.
Robespierre is correct. Well done. You heard a waltz from Shostakovich a moment ago. Your bonuses are 3 more examples of the influence of jazz on classical music during the 1920s and 30s. I'd like you to name the composer of each piece, please. Firstly, this US composer.
US composer really limits it.
Yeah. Copeland? But
I know literally nothing about American
I
jazz.
think of other US composers.
It's a bit too early for Philip Glass, isn't it?
It is, but I can't think who else it might be.
Any advancement on Copeland?
No.
No. Is it Copeland?
It is Copeland, yes. Well done. Piano concerto, the first movement thereof. Secondly, this French composer.
Modern French.
Are they all modern?
1920s and 30s.
Oh,
These
right,
are jazz
okay.
influences.
Sorry.
It could be Poulenc or Honegger or something.
Pick one because I'm going to nominate you.
Okay, Honegger.
Nominate Bedouin.
Honegger?
No, it's not. It's Darius Milhaud, La Création du Monde. And finally, another French composer.
Are we going to do the same thing again?
Oh, this could be like Messiaen, because it's a bit wild.
Of course, yeah, very right.
Yeah, let's go with that, Messiaen.
Is it Messiaen?
No, it's Maurice Ravel. Right, 10 points for this. What is the common name of the simplest of the carboxylic acids used in processing textiles and leather? It was first...
King's Bedouin.
Methanoic acid?
That is correct. Right, you get a set of bonuses on astrobiology. In 2020, the possible astronomical detection of phosphine gas led to the suggestion that this substance might be a byproduct of microbial life in the atmosphere of which planet?
Mars?
Yeah, everyone talks about Mars constantly, but
I wouldn't,
where else could have life?
I wouldn't have thought it would be Mercury or Venus.
No, and the other one's a bit too gassy.
Yeah,
Is it Mars?
No, it's Venus. In 2019, in the Gale crater on Mars, NASA's Curiosity rover detected unusually high concentrations above 20 parts per billion of what gas, which is also considered a possible byproduct of life?
Wouldn't that be oxygen? If it's photosynthesis.
A byproduct of life.
Byproduct, like methane?
I feel like something tells me methane, but Murphy's Law says it'll be
I mean, oxygen is...
Carbon
Because oxygen
dioxide.
comes first.
Come on.
Right. Is it oxygen?
No, it isn't. It is methane,
Oh, sorry.
which you discarded as a possible answer. To prepare for biosign searches in exoplanet atmospheres, the Hubble Space Telescope used a total lunar eclipse in 2020 to detect the ultraviolet absorption signature of what trace gas in Earth's atmosphere?
This might be
Trace gas? Argon is a trace gas because it's very little of it. Is it argon?
No, it's ozone.
Brilliant.
Right, we're going to take another starter question now. In various spellings, what exclamation links all of these? Haydn's Symphony No. 30 in C major, the final part of Mozart's Exultate Jubilate, a well-known chorus from an oratorio by Handel.
King's Rashid.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah is correct, yes. So you get a set of bonuses on the Mercury Prize now. Yesterday's Gone, nominated for the Mercury Prize in 2017, was the debut album of which hip-hop artist? He later released Not Waving But Drowning.
I don't know.
Loyal Kana.
Is it Loyal Kana?
It is indeed, yes.
Very well done.
Which singer released Alas, I Cannot Swim, nominated for the Mercury Prize in 2008?
That's Laura Marling.
Her other albums include Semper Femina.
Yeah.
Nominate Bedouin.
Laura Marling.
Laura Marling is correct, yes. Nominated for the 2007 Mercury Prize, Fur and Gold was the debut studio album of which English singer?
2007.
27 debut.
Lawrence and the Machine.
A singer.
Just the singer.
No clue.
Maybe Adele, or is it too early?
It's
Adele.
Emily Sandé.
Is it Emily Sandé?
No, it's Bat for Lashes. Right, 10 points for this. The Zagwe dynasty ruled large areas of which present-day landlocked African country from the 12th century, the prominent emperor being Lalibela, the traditional builder of the monolithic rock-hewn churches that bear his name?
King's Rashid.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on similar words. In each case, give the word from the definition. All three answers end in ulate. That's U-L-A-T-E. Firstly, a verb meaning move in a wavy or rippling pattern.
Undulate.
It is undulate, yes. Secondly, to howl, wail, or lament loudly in Joseph Heller's Catch-22, Yossarian does this when Nately's lover attacks him.
Ululate, I think.
Yeah. Are you late?
Nominate Satyanath.
Ululate.
Ululate is correct. Finally, an adjective meaning having hooves or hoof shaped,
Ungulate.
used, for example, of deer and horses.
Ungulate.
Ungulate is correct. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a self-portrait by a German artist. 10 points if you can give me the artist's name.
King's Beard.
Albrecht Dürer.
It is Albrecht Dürer. Well done. That self-portrait by Dürer is notable for resembling established representations of Jesus. Your bonuses are 3 more self-portraits in which the artists depict themselves in the guise of religious figures. Name the artist in each case. Firstly,
That's Rembrandt.
Rembrandt van Rijn.
it is. Self-portrait is St. Paul. Secondly,
I don't know. It's terrible.
Catherine, but
Don't know very many
I
female
don't
artists.
No
Any
idea.
advancement? We're going to have to pass.
it's Artemisia Gentileschi. That's her self-portrait as St. Catherine of Alexandria. And finally,
It's Munch. Munch.
Oh,
It
could be.
Munch.
Edvard Munch.
no, it's Paul Gauguin. That's his Christ on the Mount of Olives. 10 points for this starter question. In statistics, what name is given to the set of values that split a measured quantity into 10 ordered groups, each having the same frequency?
King's Rashid.
Deciles.
Deciles is correct. Your bonuses this time are on Greek islands. The Embarkation for Kythera is an early 18th century painting by which artist, variously described as French and Flemish?
Variously described as French and
And
Flemish.
Flemish.
Any suggestions? Flemish artists? No, I'm not even sure where Flanders actually is.
Who made Tintin. But,
Flanders is northern Belgium.
Rubens.
No, it's not. It's Watteau. Titian's Bacchus and Ariadne is set on which island of the Cyclades, north of Crete, where Ariadne was abandoned by Theseus?
I don't know.
We're really bad at the bonus questions.
Yeah.
Any
Crete,
suggestions?
Crete. No, they said Crete in the question.
Is it Skyros?
No, it's Naxos. Depicting a contemporary event, the massacre at Chios is a work of 1824 by which French painter?
1820. David. That sounds like something David. Was it David?
No, it was Delacroix. 10 points for this. The town of Avranches in Normandy gives its name to a compromise or agreement between the papacy and which Angevin ruler about 2 years after the murder of Thomas Becket?
Hertford Hitchens.
Henry II.
Henry II is correct, yes. These bonuses are on the sciences. Born in about AD 100, which Greek mathematician gives his name to a theorem stating that the products of the diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the sum of the products of its opposite sides?
Yeah, Pythagoras.
No, it's Ptolemy.
Oh, okay.
Ptosis, that's P-T-O-S-I-S, is a medical term that refers to the drooping of what external body part?
Eyelid?
Yeah, that sounds right. Eyelid?
It is the eyelid, yes. Also beginning with the letters P-T, pteridology is the study of what non-flowering vascular plants that reproduce via spores?
Which is spores, like ferns?
Ferns, yeah.
Ferns?
Ferns is correct, yes. Right, 10 points for this. In philosophy, which two auxiliary verbs are used most often to describe the problem known as Hume's law or Hume's guillotine?
Hartford Hitchens.
Is ought.
Is and ought is correct, yes. Right, you get a set of bonuses this time on winners of the Nebula Award for Best Science Fiction Novel. In each case, name the author from two of their winning titles. Firstly, The Einstein Intersection and Babel 17, winners in the mid-1960s.
Who was writing then?
I'm not sure.
Asimov.
No, it was Chip Delaney. Secondly, The Left Hand of Darkness and The Dispossessed, both winners in the early 1970s.
Ursula Le Guin, isn't it?
Okay, Ursula Le Guin.
Correct. Rendezvous with Rama and The Fountains of Paradise, also winners during the 1970s.
No. Pass.
That was Arthur C. Clarke, 10 points for this. In geology, the weathering or disintegration of rock as a result of the action of what substance is denoted by the term haloclasty?
Kings Bedwin.
Wind?
No?
Hartford Lloyd.
Salt.
Salt is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on words that contain all 5 vowels once and once only. Give each word from the definition. Firstly, discovered in 1974, the chemical element with the atomic number 106.
Americanum, is it? No, doesn't have no.
Americium? No, it doesn't work. What about Röntgen? No, that's no.
You don't have time.
No, pass.
It's Seaborgium. A vegetable, secondly, of the species Brassica oleracea.
Cauliflower.
Okay, yeah, cauliflower.
Correct. And finally, the country that borders both Tanzania and South Africa.
So, Mozambique.
Yeah.
Mozambique.
It is Mozambique, you're right. And at the gong, Hertford have 115 points, but King's London have 165. So I'm afraid we're going to have to, although you were going well at the end there, but thank you very much for joining us, Hertford. We shall have to say goodbye to you. Kings, we shall look forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I hope you can join us next time for another second round match, but until then, it's goodbye from Hertford College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
It's goodbye from King's College, London.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.